Welcome back to the podcast where me and Elena, a 17 and a 16-year-old who have never dated anyone in their life, allow you guys from ages 14 to 26 now?
Yeah.
We allow you to ask us dating advice questions.
Yeah. Couldn't have said it better.
Yeah. You guys got a remix today.
Yeah. That was refreshing. Keeping it creative.
Exactly.
Keeping it fresh.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. So, Rick Crazy, this is a riddle. He says, if a bear walks south 3 miles, then east 3 miles, and then north 3 miles, and ends up where it started, what color is the bear? I've heard this before, so I can't answer it.
It's brown. What is it again? Is there an actual answer to this question?
If a bear walks south 3 miles, then east 3 miles, and then north 3 miles, and ends up right where it was in the first place.
Wait, I'm bad at directions. Okay, south, east, north.
And it ends up where
it's not gonna be back where it started. Nobody knows what color it is. It doesn't really matter. It's just walking 3 miles. There's no answer to this question.
No, because it's okay. Do you want the answer?
Yeah, I do.
It's white.
I feel dumb
because okay, you're at the North Pole. Okay.
Mhm.
If you walk south 3 miles, then east 3 miles because of the curve. If you walk north, all you're doing is like going around in a cone, and then if you go back up, you're gonna end up at the South Pole again. And bears up there are white. So.
No, that is so dumb. All right, Waaammmyyyy asks, when is it appropriate to start texting a girl? Let's say it's a girl that you've known for a while but haven't really gotten to know her that well yet. Well, you don't really get to know her that well until you talk to her.
Yeah.
I would say that it's appropriate to text people. You're just being friendly.
Yeah.
It's not like you're doing anything and like.
Yeah, I don't know. I text people all the time.
Just
like,
text people.
It doesn't mean anything.
And if you need an excuse, to text them, then I don't know. I've said this before, but it's a good one. Just like find a way to like be in a picture with them,
Yeah.
and either have it on your phone or theirs, and like have them send it to you, or like say you're gonna send it to them. It's better when it's taken on their phone, because then you can be like, hey, can you send that to me? Versus like if it's taken on yours, they might not want the picture. But yeah, that's like a solid. It needs to be a mutual like texting.
Yeah.
Back and forth. If one person's doing all the talking, just stop.
Yeah, but it's fine. I think it's appropriate to do that whenever. Like, it really doesn't matter. I don't think it's ever too early to text a girl unless she's some weird girl who thinks that you have to wait a while before you can text.
Yeah,
who's
like, no, you can't text me yet.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Whenever you get the chance,
My mommy
it's
says I can't text people yet.
If she says that, I think she's just making an excuse so you don't talk to her.
Or she's way too young and you should leave her alone.
Exactly. or those are the parents that you don't want to have as in-laws.
Yep. Okay. Rio says, is it okay to unfollow my previous girlfriend on Twitter if she's added pronouns to her bio and is obsessed with the fact that straightness is oppression toward women?
All right, so here's the deal. I am a very strong believer in unfollowing people because I don't think it means anything. All it means is that you don't want to follow them anymore. You don't want to see their stuff anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think people should take offense to it because
I don't think so either.
like I unfollowed people that people shouldn't assume that just because you unfollow them you have beef with them, because that's not the case. I get rid of people if I don't care. Like,
if
you don't care about them?
No, I don't care about the Cocoa Puffs that you're eating in the morning, the soggy picture of Cocoa Puffs. I don't care. If I don't want to see your dog out in like a swimming pool or something, I will unfollow you. It's not that big of a deal to me. And if someone has a problem with it, they can have a problem with it. It's fine. I don't care. Because I'm only going to follow the people that I actually have a relationship with. I'm not
following Tyler, Joseph, and Josh Dunn.
Okay, but that's different because they're artists. Okay, I take it back. I follow some people that I'm like not personally involved with or like know, but it's because like it's music. I can really only think of 21 Pilots as like the only people that I like don't know that I follow on Instagram. Everyone else are like friends and stuff that I actually keep up and talk to. I don't follow people that I don't keep up and talk to on like a monthly basis is where I call it. If I'm talking like once a year, we might start getting to the point where I'll just like delete you because I don't need to see a bunch of stuff on there.
Yeah, if you're getting nothing out of following them, like if you're just seeing things that are...
If you're not even talking to each other, you're just on there to be like a name on her phone.
Yeah, just
Unfollow.
unfollow. This is kind of also
So
part of
much
this same
drama.
question, so I'm going to just read it. It says, also, am I responsible for making her gay?
No, I don't think people are
Yes.
responsible for making other people gay. I think
She's like, oh man, this Benjamin dude. Oh, I dated him once. He sat 2 seats away from me. Now I'm gay.
now I'm gay. Guys are too wimpy enough to sit next to me at the movie
I need
theater.
a woman who will sit next to me. That's
No.
all I ask.
Now I'm in love with my best friend because she actually sits next to me in the movie theater. Unlike the dude that smells like garlic.
How do you know what weird smells like?
I don't know. I'm just
I think that's so
we,
creepy.
we talked about it last time. Maybe he had garlic breath and so he didn't want to sit next to her.
Good memory.
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
saying maybe she had garlic breath, and that's why you
No.
didn't want to sit next to
We
her.
Okay.
last time we
You just
talked
know
about
what
him
real
not
smells
sitting
like.
next to her. We assumed that he had garlic bread that night and so he didn't want to sit next to her because of his stinky breath.
Yeah.
I love garlic bread.
So do I. It makes you fat though. Oh, okay. Awesome Pants asks, or this isn't a question. He says,
What is
I need to write convincing female character for my novel. What do girls your age like to talk to each other about? I feel like you asked the
Me.
two weirdest girls to, like, we're the most like non-generic girls that you could ask this question.
We're so quirky. Not like other girls.
Ooh, we're so quirky. Ooh.
Yeah, I say ooh.
But
You
honestly
always say
though,
ooh.
ow.
Are you okay?
For those of you who
Haley's
can't
so
see,
quirky.
for those of you who can't see, I just slammed my hand against the thick boat that we're sitting on. That was me slapping the boat.
Yeah, good old slap.
Yeah. But I just like went to fix my pants and my hand slipped and I punched the side of the boat. Okay.
I don't even know what we talk about. What do we talk about?
Oh my gosh. Normal girls, and I say normal as in the girls I don't want to hang out with.
Talk about.
Normal girls talk about boys and periods.
Yeah.
That's it. That's literally it. Or they'll talk about like, I don't know, like Starbucks or something. I don't care. Or their Cheetos that they spilled in their car
Yeah.
because they got pulled over for speeding.
Yeah.
They went skirt around a corner with their seat pulled way too close up to their steering wheel, spilled their hot Cheetos everywhere, went, oh, shoot. And then they went to grab their Starbucks to make them feel better, and they spilled that, and then they got pulled over. That's what girls talk about.
Haley, you're yelling so loud.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what girls talk about.
Yeah.
I just
That's such a weird question.
such
because
generic stuff for girls to talk about. It's
I don't know. What do you
hate it.
typically talk about with
What do
your
I typically-
girlfriends?
well, that's
You're gay?
That's a good question because this is, I don't know. I feel like you and Serena are my girlfriends and we haven't really like talked a bunch yet. I don't know. I'm just like really straight up with people because I'm sick of like fake conversations. So like I'll have real conversations with
Yeah,
people.
no small talk.
Yeah. Nobody needs small talk unless it's like a stranger. Then you like
or something
get
that you
to know
just
them.
don't see very often. Like on a Sunday morning, somebody you know you're only gonna see for 5 minutes each week,
Yeah.
and it's just like, hey, how's it going? Nice
Yeah.
weather.
There's nothing more awkward than this is kind of a side conversation, but there's nothing more awkward than seeing a friend that you used to like hang out with all the time, but just for the past few years you guys have just had like a falling out or something. Not even like anything happened. You guys just like stopped
Yeah.
hanging out with each
I
other,
think that- I
and then
don't
you
think
like
that's what a
see them.
falling out is.
That's so awkward. Don't.
Slowly drifted apart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So you don't have any problems with them, but then you see them and it's
Yeah.
so awkward
Yeah.
because you guys.
You have those memories of being close and hanging out, but
Exactly.
then you just don't have that connection anymore. So
Right.
it's like weird. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm similar. I definitely do small talk just because a lot of the people I see, I don't see that regularly. But the people that I do see regularly and I'm close with, it's more about like the experience, like what I'm doing with them. Usually I'm doing something with them. So I build memories and I build closeness that way instead of just like talking.
Yeah.
But when I do just like go and sit down and talk with someone, it's usually about something theology related or moral issues related or just like
Dude, you guys are asking what we talk about. The conversations I have on MB are the conversations that I don't think you guys realize I have no life. I might seem like I have my life put together, but the people that I like talk to are you guys, and then like the gang. So Caleb, Elena, Serena, Gideon, Gabe. Those people are some people over at the youth group, but the conversations I have are normally with you guys. But yeah, we went like way far off of your question, but girls really just talk about guys, and they'd like to say that they don't, but they do.
Yeah.
And it's so annoying.
I mean,
Guys and periods, that's all they talk about. I try my hardest not to talk about either of those things.
I talk about those things.
I mean, sometimes it just like comes up naturally in conversation, but there's some girls that just
that's
the only thing they talk about.
Yeah, that's not the only thing I talk about. I talk about that sort of stuff like with my sisters sometimes. But
Yeah, I very rarely will get into like a conversation like that, or if I do it like kind of often, then it's just like a short conversation, and then I'll like bring up something else, or like the conversation will end. There's some girls that just dwell on that, and that's all they talk about, and it's annoying.
Like that.
Or drama. Girls our age are so dramatic, so it's whatever like the current drama is, that's what they end up talking about. Well, while we're sitting here, you guys actually did a good job of commenting on our video.
Alright, then he says, Awesome Pants says, I might have poison ivy on my foot. What should I do?
Lick it.
Let your dog lick it.
Yeah, I liked what everyone said. Just lick it.
But honestly, though,
I've never had poison ivy, so I don't know.
Dogs' saliva has healing properties.
I let Lily lick my knees.
Okay, Awesome Pants. Yeah. Also, sorry about the like confusion with the questions. So
Dude, you're gonna cut it out.
what are we gonna cut out?
The confusion.
The confusion.
No, I'm talking about the past,
Oh.
like the last podcast or the one before that? We skipped questions.
Oh, yeah.
It's just because I just did this thing. It's gross. Some got left on the first questions channel when I created the second one. They didn't get moved over. So what we're going to do now is we are going to use, let's use our questions only channel. We're going to fill those for our upcoming podcast, and then questions 2 will be filled with the questions from the previous podcast that's currently being edited. This is just an example, so the question channels might be off, but the old questions are going to be on one channel while the person's editing the video, and then the new questions are going to go on the new channel, and then by the time that we need to read the new questions, the podcast with the old questions for the other channel will be out already. So then we can delete those questions. So starting on Wednesdays is when we'll be able to start accepting the questions for the next week. Hopefully that's how things will go once we get things kind of settled. We're in transition right now, and you guys filled both of our channels with new questions. So what we're going to do is put a 50 question cap on it, and then if there are over 50 questions, they're just going to get left in the channel, and then if we miss them, we miss them. It's basically like first come, first serve with 50 questions. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so Awesome Pants.
British.
Awesome Pants. I had a dream that my parents replaced all the clothes in my suitcase with inflatable pool toys, and once I got to camp, I had no clothes to wear because my parents had to take them out of my bag to make room for the pool toys. What does that mean? Looks like you're gonna be wearing floaties the whole time. That's what that means. So what I would do, hopefully they're not see-through floaties, because a lot of times that's what like the floaties are these days. But you're gonna have to take that inner tube. I'm hoping that you're a skinny person. Take that inner tube, cut it, wear it like a tube top.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Literally a tube top.
A tube top and pencil skirt. And then if it's one of those like flat beds, you can just like put whole legs in it and arm legs, and then like cut the top and just like slide into it, and then like pin it on the top.
Yeah.
That would actually be awesome.
Oh, yeah, that's a good plan.
Yeah.
Just walk out of your cabin.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh no, where did it go?
Okay. Rio asks, he's okay. He says,
See, they're supposed to be questions, so we're supposed to be like, Rio asks, but then they're like, hey, guess what? Trick's on you. It's not a question.
yeah. Well, they start out with a statement and then it turns into a question.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. He says, I'm being indoctrinated by my university.
Indoctrinated?
That's what I said.
Indoctrinated.
When you go over this, you're not gonna hear that you said. You're gonna hear
indoctrinated.
that. Yeah, indoctrinated.
That's what I said. Indoctrinated.
Indoctrinated.
Oh.
There's a T in there.
Why would I say indoctrinated? It's just indoctrinated. Like,
Nope.
Why would
Nope.
you pronounce the T?
Indoctrinated. But you would say indoctrinated. You would put that like sound in there instead of just.
Doctor. Okay, indoctrinated.
There you go.
Okay, I'm being indoctrinated.
Indoctrinated. It's okay, just roll with it. It's a new word. We're making up a new word today. Indoctrinated.
I'm being indoctrinated by my university that men, especially white ones, are evil and oppressing women all the time. How can I stop feeling like I have to be PC all the time and bow my head to feminists so they don't hate me? Doesn't matter if they do. Are all women feminists?
Yes, they are.
What do you mean? They're telling the truth. White guys are jerks. They're rude to everybody. They hate females. They're racist pigs.
Yeah, exactly.
They
Go
need to
die in a hole. That's what I really didn't like about like my winter quarter. It felt so like it wasn't really about men so much as it was just white people. But I had to read a lot of articles, some from BuzzFeed. I had to read BuzzFeed articles for my winter quarter English class, and it was just terrible because it felt so racist towards white people. Like,
what class was it?
English 101. Like,
For English?
yeah.
Yeah, the classes are getting really bad.
Yeah. My teacher was totally liberal and like, yeah.
Super racist.
Anyway, that's
just really
a thing I really hated. And you know what? I just didn't care. Like, I mean, people are like that. That's how some
Did you
people
say you
are.
dropped the class?
No, I didn't. I
Oh,
just didn't
I-
care. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
just
we're just
ignored
gonna have
how
to. It's
I
not
felt
like we
about
can
it.
just avoid that stuff because that's what's gonna happen now. Everything's gonna be like that, especially with all this. Oh my gosh, people are just being so racist towards white people right now. And the thing is that I'm not saying all Republicans are white, and I'm not saying that all Republicans are civil, but most of the time it happens to where the Republicans are the ones that kind of like roll over for the Democrats because they're, I don't know, because most of the conservatives are on the Republican side. There's not very many conservatives that are on the Democratic side of things.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of people that just don't care enough to argue about it. So all of the Republicans are going to end up rolling over because there's plenty of races that are Republican. But the Democratic Black Party is rising up, and they're taking advantage of the situation right now, and they're causing so much division and racism, and people are letting them get away with it because what they're doing goes right along with plan to just kind of overthrow any foundation we had for the country because their ideals are complete opposite, and it's working. They're taking over.
Yeah.
It's pretty epic.
Epic.
Yeah. Man, I just don't understand how people can be so blind to what's happening right now because they're being racist towards white people.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that it is.
Yeah.
And by saying that, I'm not saying that people aren't racist towards black people, and I'm not saying that racism...
But it's like they think that because there was a past racism that they can just... Their idea of equality is getting back and just like repaying it. I mean, of course, what's going on is not as bad as slavery. Not nearly, but it's like they don't care if they're openly racist because they're like, oh, look what you did to me. I can be racist. Who cares? You know?
Yeah, they are not dumb enough to think that equality means what they're striving for. What they're striving for is dominance. They want to be the higher people group.
Yeah.
And I'm not just going to say black people. That's what's happening right now, or the people that go along with the Black Lives Matter movement are taking over because no one wants to have that racist label put on them. No one wants to get beaten to a pulp because they say that Black Lives Matter is a corrupt organization. No one wants to be the person to get their head bashed in, and I can understand it. So you're going to have all these people hiding in their homes, scared, while the real racist people, or rebels at this point, are running the streets and destroying things, and they're getting away with it. That turned into big political stuff, but it's fine. I think most people that listen to this podcast are Republicans, so.
Yeah.
And if you're not, also, if you're a Democrat, don't let that define your relationship with me, because I am just as much friends with you and just as accepting of your political views and thoughts on things as I am of Republicans or people that have the same views. I don't think that should control whether or not we have like a personal relationship. I don't mean any like offense by it. I'm not trying to like push my views on anything. I'm just like sharing my thoughts on the situation that's going on. We are, at least I am, perfectly open to listen to your thoughts and ideas. No one's saying you can't, no one's saying you're not welcome to. So, you know, when it comes to politics, I want both sides to be respectful and listen to each other's views on the topic. I think a lot of problems could be solved if both parties would just sit and listen and give each other time to speak about stuff and not let that...
so each side kind of like turns into like a cult. It's like...
Yeah.
And then it's like they inbreed these ideas, and it's like...
Well, it's just... it's that whole thing where like, oh, you have different political views than me, that means that we like can't get along.
Yeah. It's weird.
There's a lot of like deeper stuff, like okay, if you're like a Christian or non-Christian, there's a lot of things that you're gonna disagree about, and that doesn't mean you can't have a relationship. That does mean that there's gonna be a lot of things you guys disagree on, and there's to a point there's gonna end up being like a wall built that you can't really get past. I don't know, like there's not gonna be a super deep relationship, but that doesn't mean you can't be friends with people. You can still be friends with people that have different views, so don't let this force anyone away, because that's not what it's meant to be.
Definitely. Also, we kind of turned this into a race thing. Rio's question was mostly regarding feminism. But feminism
that whole topic
sucks anyways. No, not all women are feminists. Just
the feminism thing, it's kind of doing the same thing that the black people that support Black Lives Matter movement, it's the same type of thing. It's just different groups of people fighting over the upper hand, basically. Yeah. No one is fighting for true equality. If they were, they would have just left things the way they were, because the things were fine. And I'm not going to say that there aren't women who are treated lesser than men, and there aren't. There are some racists out there. There are black people that have experienced racism, but people have to understand that that's going to happen no matter where you are, no matter what part of life you're in. That stuff is going to happen because sin exists. Yeah. And it's kind of like the same thing with world peace. We're never going to get there. We're never going to get to a point where racism doesn't exist. We're never going to get to a point where every single woman on the planet is treated equally to men, or every single man is treated equally to women. It's never going to happen because sin exists. Yeah. And people are sinful. It's not going to happen, so people are just causing all of these problems that don't need to be caused. If people just set aside their arrogance and their pride And I'm not saying just let people be racist. I'm not saying let people look down on women. Definitely not. But you don't have to go out there and be like, oh, there's just so much.
Yeah.
It's just so frustrating.
Yeah.
Things were fine.
I look down
Yeah.
on
So as you can tell, not all women are feminists, because
Feminism is just so dumb.
it's
just
stupid.
so dumb. Oh my gosh. Okay, so he says, basically, what I'm asking is, are all women queen?
No, not all women are like us. Sorry, buddy.
All women are queens, but if she breathes, she's a thought.
What?
They'll understand my reference. Awesome Pants, is it a question? Doesn't look like it. Awesome Pants
Oh,
says, I accidentally let my 4-year-old sister watch Where's My Dog Pico by Sanjira. How do I repair our family?
Why did you let? Why? Haley, have you seen that?
No.
Oh,
Is that the
it's
new
a,
one?
I was gonna watch
yeah,
it.
it's a
Okay.
Where's My Dog Pico?
I actually love that though.
I was
I
gonna.
love the animation, but
So
do you
weird.
fair? Like what?
How long
The
is it?
lentils.
I like
My
it,
legs
though,
are falling
because it's
asleep.
like-
Oh.
I can't feel my foot.
Yeah, basically what happens is this guy
Yeah.
is like, where's my dog
And
Pico? He runs away, and then he runs into this other guy and his wife, and the guy's like, oh, my wife my wife will make you some lentil soup. And then the girl's cooking the lentil soup, and the guy, not the husband, but the original guy, like looks at the wife, and she winks at him. And he's
Oh,
like,
man.
oh. And then they start eating the lentil soup, and it's like, there's a lot of innuendo going on there. And then eventually
But one thing,
he's like, oh, I want to be your dog so we can eat lentils like this forever.
What?
and then
Ew!
And then he
And then
eats his own. He
and then
he finally finds his dog, and he eats his dog, and then he
actually becomes the dog.
yeah,
though.
he becomes
That's
the dog,
why
and he kills the husband, and it's just the wife and the
And then
dog,
she's like,
the
oh,
guy.
we can be together. And I'm like, no, I'm your dog.
No, I'm your dog.
It is so. That's why I love it. Though. It's
And
just
the animation is hilarious.
incredibly
Anyway.
insane.
Yeah,
And it's
but
like,
I mean, if you're wait, how old is this kid that he showed?
4.
Oh, 4. It's fine. That totally would
Gonna go over their head.
Yeah, but like, it's just the innuendo. It's like any kids movie. In any kids movie, there's gonna be adult.
Oh my
jokes.
gosh! But did you
And
watch
it's like-
the Angry Birds movie?
Oh,
Did
that
you
was
do you
terrible!
remember the statues when he's walking down the hallway? If you guys know what I'm talking
I
about,
don't remember that part. I remember
please
like
comment something. But he's walking down the hallway, and there's like a bird, and he looks like happy and stuff. And then there's another statue right down the hallway next to that, and there's like 2 birds hugging, and they look really happy. And then there's another statue, and there's 3 birds hugging, and they look really happy. And then there's another statue, and then there's just like a pile of birds like cuddling with each other, and they look really happy. And it's gross. And then his face is like, as he moves on in the, like he sees the first couple statues, and his face is like happy, and he's like, oh, cool, you know. And then he keeps going, and his face turns from like, ah, to like, oh. it's so bad. It's so bad.
There's so much innuendo in that movie. It's
There's
awful.
so much.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that's basically like that was pretty blatant in the Where's My Dog Pico. That was kind of blatant, but not blatant enough for a 4-year-old to know.
Yeah.
So.
I keep hitting the microphone. If you guys hear stuff like that.
don't see that.
All right. Haley, what'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
All right. All right.
With the microphone, my voice is gonna be like so loud, and then Elena's is gonna be like
I'm
quieter
much
than mine
louder,
because
though. I think I'm way louder than you, just
It's-
in general.
it's closer. Oh, it's closer to me.
Yeah. Okay.
You are not louder than me, by the way.
Oh,
I
I'm
just
not.
haven't been loud around you guys.
Okay. Whammy says, should I be mad if people used a marker to draw a smiley face on my arm while I was unintentionally dozing off in a room of recreation? No, that's
stabbing me.
don't be mad at someone because they drew on you. Like I draw on people all the time.
I draw on myself.
Yeah, I draw myself, and when people are asleep, it's like whatever. Sometimes I wake up to something like that, and it's like, oh, haha, funny. Okay.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of a story. Okay, so I stayed the night at my friend's house. She's actually one of the people that I was referring to when I was talking about kind of like just falling out. But I stayed the night at her house, and we were trying to pull an all-nighter. It was for her birthday, so there were a bunch of girls there. And I apparently fell asleep. I didn't know it. And I woke up at 4 in the morning to girls kind of like giggling, and I was like, oh crap, what happened?
Oh.
And they were like, look at your face. And they used a waterproof eyeliner on my face that doesn't even come off with makeup remover. And it stained my face. And I had a softball tournament to go to in the morning. That's the thing though, is what's dumb about that is I wasn't gonna sleep. I was just gonna be awake for like over 24 hours and try to play softball. But then on top of that, I went with a faded brown mustache and unibrow and then scribbles on my right cheek because I fell asleep with my head on my left side.
Oh, that's awful. And you say you just gently floated away. This had no part in you guys.
Oh no, this no. So I think it was the other girls, because there were other girls there that for some reason didn't like me. I don't understand why people don't.
Weird.
I was a jerk when I was younger, but like this was not when I was younger. This was like
Well, I
middle
don't
school.
like you.
People just decide that they don't like me, and I don't understand why.
I don't get why.
If I was mean, then I would understand why.
No, you're not mean though. I mean, I haven't known you for that long, so I don't know what you were like back way when.
Yeah, but like
right
middle
now,
school.
you are like really cool. I love hanging out
Well,
with you.
thank you.
I
So,
don't.
But like middle school, I minded my business. High school, I minded my business. But people just like instantly look at me. They're just like, no. Do I look like I'm rude though?
No.
Do I look like
you
it?
look like a really friendly person.
And that's
like,
the thing, like I would just, I don't know, I think I'm just one of those people that is like easy to pick on because I don't like fight back about it. I just kind of like accept it because do I care? Maybe a little bit, but not really. So like,
not enough to make drama about it.
yeah, so I just kind of like accept it because if people are going to be jerks, let them be jerks. It's not my problem. Did cry about it a little bit when I was younger, but that's fine. That's probably one of the reasons why I don't cry now. I got it all out when I was 12.
We love you.
Which
Whammy.
question are we on? Oh, okay. Whammy asks, we are a culture of memes. Should I show her a lot of respectable memes to win her over?
Yes,
Yeah.
emphasis on respectable.
Yes. Well,
No
what
one
are
wants-
respectable memes?
I mean, nobody wants to have look at memes that are rub you the wrong way, and that's not very cool. But good memes are really cool. So
I don't know. I have a lot
You
of
wanna
dark
see a good
humor,
meme?
so
but dark. Okay, no, a dark humor meme is fine in my book. That's respectable. But when I'm saying bad memes, I mean memes that push bad things. What are you guys laughing?
sorry. Caleb showed me a meme. Okay, you're gonna have to post that now. We're send that to me and post it. Okay, so there's gonna be a meme posted. It's a Phineas and Ferb meme. That's all I'm gonna tell you. But it relates to the dark humor thing. Anyways.
I already
Yeah,
had open
send
was trying to
memes,
show
but
you
not
for the last,
excessively.
15
Just every
minutes.
once in a while.
Yes,
Make me
send many memes. Many memes.
Many memes.
Many memes.
Many memes.
Many memes.
Many memes. Many memes.
Yeah.
Okay. Rio asks, are film majors losers? And if so, is what you mean. What can I do about it?
Dude, at least you have a major. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. This is something that I'm probably
It's
gonna
better to be passionate about something than nothing. Even if you're...
except he's explained to us that he doesn't like what he's doing.
Yeah, that's kind of...
What's lame is when you stick with something that you don't like doing. But also, what else is he gonna do? He said there's not very many other options.
I know he tried to get into something else and it just didn't work. And so in that case, it's okay. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't
He
know.
tried. But no, not all film majors are losers.
I think it's cool when people are gutsy enough to major in something that may not necessarily support you with a full-time job. Now that causes problems later down the line if it doesn't support you. But I think it's really cool for people to have like enough confidence and know what they want to do enough to bypass that and go, my likes in life and what I want to end up doing is more important than assuring myself that I'll have a stable job even if it's boring. I think that's really cool for people to actually like
if you're single,
try to do what they want to do. Yeah, and I'm planning.
If you have kids, don't do that.
No, if you have kids or if you're married.
Sometimes you gotta take one for the team.
Yeah.
But no, since in your situation that you're in now, no, if like that's not lame. Caleb, stop showing Haley the memes.
I don't think that.
Which question are we on? Gosh dang. The squid question? Okay, squidtastic videos.
Is it like chill with
How to
video?
be attractive without sports or exercise or salad. Here's the
Have a
thing.
good face.
Here's the thing.
Have a good face.
You don't need to eat salads, but salads do taste good sometimes.
You know,
Okay,
I'm
you don't need to exercise.
The thing is, as long as you're healthy and
I'm
like
very
can
attractive,
function,
and
that's
I don't
attractiveness. I feel
And
like it's
I don't-
largely based. I mean, there's some girls who were like, oh, I'll only date a guy with abs, and that's like super dumb.
I don't want to see a dude with their shirt off. I choose not to. If guys wore shirts swimming, I would be just fine. I wasn't doing it on purpose. You make it sound like I was just like, oh yes, look, half naked men.
No, you're like, Caleb, you're right. They're everywhere.
You're right there.
They were. Okay, we went to the camp, you guys know this. And me and Caleb,
It was me, Haley,
and then,
a
like,
the
bunch
guys
of
were like,
shirtless-
and
Yo,
then
look at
a
my
bunch of
underdeveloped
shirtless
abs.
dudes. And me and Caleb were the only people that were like fully clothed. And yes, it was kind of weird because they just kind of started like appearing and then just like taking their shirt off. And I was like, there's a lot of people here. And they're all half naked.
and
but
there
no.
were no girls.
When it's swimming, I mean, I grew up with 4 brothers, so it doesn't like
But
bother
also,
me to see
I don't-
shirtless men.
I don't
but when
care
when
if-
men are like doing it to like try to be attractive
Well, they weren't
and
doing
appealing.
that.
The problem I have with it is whether the guys are trying to or not, it could still, it's the same exact, we're getting into something. It peeves me when people say that guys not wearing shirts is the same thing as girls wearing bikinis, because it is. It's the same thing. Guys not wearing shirts
No, it's
causes
not the same thing.
guys not wearing shirts causes girls to trip up just like girls wearing bikinis does to guys.
Maybe, I mean, it's like the same principle, but guys are much more visual than, I mean, I like the general
I
rule
get
is
that.
that it's a lot. I don't know, like even me as a
It's-
girl, like I'm totally straight and I don't find girls attractive at all, but when I see a girl in a bikini versus a guy without a shirt, my eyes like go to the woman. I'm like, what? Like, look away.
Yeah.
Then I see a shirtless
I'm
dude,
not-
it's like, whatever.
I'm not saying that like the level of like
yeah, it's the
distraction.
same principle.
It's the
principle.
same principle is what I mean. It's not like the same level of distraction, but it has the ability to trip girls up the same that it does for guys. Which is what I don't like and why I think that guys should just keep their clothes on when they're swimming.
Yeah.
Because if I can swim in a cotton t-shirt while, in the water, so can you. It's not that hard.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I don't like people saying
Okay, this is
I don't
just
either.
this is so off topic, but I don't understand how people can wear skimpier clothing. Like I always wear sheet.
You always wear a sheet?
Skin
I
beard.
wear a sheet.
Hold on. The sentence that I just heard was, I don't get it when people can wear skin beard clothing. I just wear sheet clothing. What is that? What was that sentence?
Skin beard clothing. Skin beard clothing.
That's what I heard. I heard skin beard clothing. Yes, skin beard.
I just
Skin
wear a
beard.
sheet.
I just wear a sheet. That's what I heard. What I don't understand is when people wear skin beard clothing, I just wear a sheet.
Not a white one.
Man. Be careful, the group of monkeys is coming.
I wouldn't wear a sheet either.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine.
It just sounded funny.
I know, I have the weirdest laugh. I meant skimpier. Skimpier.
No. I like skin beard clothing.
I don't understand why people can wear skimpier clothing.
Because they
I
like
always wear a
the
full
attention
shirt.
they get.
Yeah, I always wear a full shirt and shorts.
But what I don't
They're
understand
teenage
is why
boys.
girls are okay. They're just like fine with wearing very small amount of
Yeah,
clothing.
I don't understand.
On
I don't
like
get
just
it.
like their upper body.
And lower body.
Accidents happen, and the girls
Yeah.
are fine with stuff like that happening.
Yeah.
You are not secure in those things
No,
at all
no.
whatsoever, and they're fine. I can't imagine dude, when I jump into the water, my like shirt comes up. Could you imagine just like jumping into the water in like a bikini or something?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't get how girls can be so comfortable with that. I mean, like, obviously it's trained. Like, the more you wear less, the more you're going to feel comfortable
But
with
they're
it. But
totally
it's like,
fine
how?
with just showing off their bodies, but it's just because that's the world is about
The world is
sex
about
and
what?
visual
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Isn't this still on the salad and exercise question?
Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so I will say it's kind of sucky of me, but I do like it when people are somewhat athletic.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to be healthy and strong and like.
I don't care if they're like healthy or
durable.
strong. I just want them to be able to catch a ball, please.
You don't care if they're healthy?
I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, I care if
Doesn't
they're healthy. I
want
don't.
some guy who
I
hides
don't
in his
need
basement
someone-
all day long playing video
I don't
games with
need-
these weak, flappy arms.
No,
Ah, that's me.
I'm completely fine with like people's body sizes as long as you're like healthy
Big
on the
fat
inside.
man.
Like I don't. As long as you're healthy on the inside, I don't care. Like I
Yeah,
just
but at a
want you to
certain
be
point,
healthy.
if you get to a certain size, that's definitely not healthy on the inside.
What about
Exactly.
438 pounds?
That's not healthy on the
How's
inside.
that?
But what I'm saying is, I want someone that is coordinated. I want you to be able to like throw a ball and not look like I don't know, like you have a broken chicken wing arm. You know, like I just want you to be like somewhat athletic. You don't have to be good at sports. I just want you to be able to like be somewhat coordinated. And that is I don't like that I'm like that, but that's just like what I'm attracted to. I just want you to be able
Why
to do
you
something.
Not like that?
Yeah, I guess
Because
I
I
can
feel like it's
understand that.
superficial. I shouldn't. I feel like I
it's
shouldn't.
reasonable because like
It's not
that's-
unreasonable.
it's never fun to have someone who just can't do anything and like can't.
Yeah, but then I feel bad for the people that like could be like a cool person, but they're just like not.
Yeah,
just
but
let
it's
it-
not. I mean, you don't have to pretend that
see
physical
how
stuff
deep
doesn't
it will-
exist. You know,
What?
it's not all personality. Like you shouldn't pretend that it's only personality.
Exactly.
That you have to take into consideration.
Exactly.
You know? I mean, I know a lot of people like to like pretend that, but we all know that we have.
You have to be physically attracted to people.
Yeah.
And I'm just not physically attracted to people that have broken chicken wing arm throws.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, I'm a little bit different, but I don't think I'd ever be attracted to someone who is like so skinny, so overweight, or so just weak that they can't like do things
I'm
like
not even-
going on hikes or doing things, because I'm really outdoorsy and I like to do things,
Yeah.
and I
don't
you know,
really
I'm
care
able
about
to-
body types. I just want you to like have that like being in you where you can like
Mhm.
are able to look sporty when you're like
Yeah.
throwing a ball
Yeah, it's
or
about
kicking
like being
it.
just
Have
like being
that
kind of
coordination.
fit and like not just fit, but
No,
like
because you can be fit and not be coordinated. You can be fit and just like not. There are some people that just don't have the skill in them to do sports.
that's true, I guess. Yeah.
And it's just like awkward and weird. And I play sports, and I would say that I'm fairly coordinated. So, and like I would enjoy playing sports with somebody or like doing something of that nature. So I don't want to like be in an awkward situation where like I can play the sport and they're just absolutely suck at it. I don't. I just want you to be able to catch a frisbee or a ball. That's all I ask. That's the least amount. You can get more sportsy than that, but I just want you to be able to catch something and not look really awkward and like stiff when you're doing it.
Yeah.
Anyways, what question are we on?
Thinking about
Okay.
this.
Whammy asks, will she still accept me even if I'm not as good looking as Chuck Norris or Tom Hanks? I don't think either of those people are good looking, so you're doing pretty good off.
Yeah. It doesn't take much to be more attractive than that.
Right.
So. Wait. He says if he's not as good looking as them, meaning he's less good looking than them, meaning oh boy.
I'm sorry. No, there's a
No.
pot for every kettle.
I mean,
You're
I don't
fine.
want this to seem weird, but I have seen Whammy, seen pictures of him. And I would not say he's less good looking than Chuck Norris or Tom Hanks. But the thing
Well,
is,
there you
Chuck Norris
go.
and Tom Hanks are old and icky.
Does Whammy's voice match his face?
Like, I can see it matching, but at the same time, I could totally see him having a different voice. Like, he just looks like a regular dude, you know? Caleb asks, this is the whole chapstick thing. Can I just read all of them?
Yes.
Okay, Caleb asks, if a girl asks to use my chapstick, then sends me the smirk emoji, does that mean she wants to kiss me? Then Whammy says, if a girl asks to use my chapstick and then sends the nerd emoji, does that mean she wants to use my chapstick? And then Slotberg asks, if a girl asks to use my chapstick and then sends me the smirk emoji, what do? I don't have any chapstick.
Buy some chapstick. Bring it to her.
Oh, and I loved what Squiddy said. He said, put the chapstick on and then say, oh no, it's out. I guess we have to share while leaning in closer.
Oh my gosh! Has any of your guys' mom, this is kind of off topic, but has any of your guys' mom offered you her piece of gum that she had already chewed because you asked
No.
for gum and
No.
she...
My siblings have done
My
that.
mom literally has, and she was being serious too. She was like
Oh.
offering me her gum, and I was like,
I feel like maybe my mom did that when I
no,
was
that's
really little.
absolutely disgusting. That is
gross.
disgusting.
That
Anyways,
is gross.
that'd be pretty smooth, but if
That
someone did
would
that
be
to
so
me,
smooth.
I would be very awkward, and
I would probably go.
I would probably like laugh and like leave.
Yeah. I would probably put my face. I mean, put.
Shit, hey, it sounds like Elena's down.
No. I would put my hand on their face and like push them away and then like go away.
I don't, yeah.
I almost said put my face on their face.
I'd probably
If they
face
offered
on
to
their
kiss
face.
me, I would put my face on their face. Oh.
Oh my gosh, Rio.
What's he
How
say?
do I hide my past as a furry from my who's hiding her past as an anime girl?
What's next?
Wait, if she's hiding her past as an anime girl, then how do you know about it?
Yeah, and
And if you know about it, just tell her, hey, I know about it. Guess what? I'm a furry.
Yeah. Awesome
Curls on the
Pants
bottom
says,
of
is
my
there
hair
any
here.
in real life romance out there that is as half
Abby
as
has,
pure
like,
as
above
this
her
song?
like,
I
right
haven't
here.
listened to the song.
It's going
I
out this
can't.
way, and it's
I
like
don't know.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
No, they kiss at the end.
That's pretty gross. You
That's
can't.
gay.
Kissing
No,
is
it's not.
gross. No kissing.
It's very. It's
Okay.
It's very
Squidtastic Videos asked, should I tell my friend who made me a main character in his Minecraft Werewolf roleplay season of 23-ish episodes to eat rocks because my mom ain't raised no furry? Question mark. This is a legit question. 23 seasons?
That's a lot.
episodes.
Oh.
That's still a lot.
Topic.
Yeah, always eat rocks.
Yeah, tell him not to just kick rocks, but eat rocks.
Yeah,
Sounds good to me.
Get those minerals.
The gravel, though. Gravel's a lot better.
Do you want me to go get some gravel
My
for you to
knees
eat?
ate gravel
You sure?
today.
Yeah, Elena's knees ate the gravel. For
you
sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm positive.
All right.
I was throwing mac and cheese in an envelope into the burn pit, and I turned around and I was busy pressing the stop recording button on my phone. I didn't see the boards right in front of me, and my depth perception just wasn't right, and I tripped over them and it went.
Okay.
All right. Spudson asks, is it a bad idea to create romantic movie scenes, specifically the ones where they kiss, for a date because she may have not seen the movie and will find it creepy when we're two literal dogs sharing a bowl of spaghetti?
I don't want to share my spaghetti. It's my food.
Yeah, don't.
Actually, no. I would share my food with people, but I'm not gonna.
I do share
that.
my food, but like when it's not like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
No.
I'm not gonna do that.
Not
I
when
do.
it's like, I'll share with like a little kid, and like I'll give.
Ew.
And,
Pedophile.
yeah, no. I mean like, yeah, I feed little
Brown,
kids,
right?
and I'll let someone who's older have a bite of my food to like see what it tastes like.
I share my food with people.
Yeah, I share,
Not
but not.
like Lady and the Tramp. Though.
Yeah,
No.
definitely not. Yeah, that's a bad idea.
Your
Don't
hair.
do it.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Okay. Rio asks, should he tell his friend? No, we're skipping that question. Squidtastic Videos asks, could you be more specific on the where to find girls question?
Oh yeah. So I said volunteer because you'll probably find good girls there. who have a
Church.
good. He said outside of church. That was the
Oh.
question. Good girls outside of church.
Honestly, I have no clue. God has a plan for when you're supposed to find somebody, so
Yeah.
you could run into them.
Yeah, girls kind of pop up out of nowhere.
And good girls are hard to find, not gonna lie. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how to help you with
You'll
that
find
question.
them in the weirdest spots,
Yeah.
honestly.
grocery store.
Yeah.
Canned green beans aisle.
They're gonna say in the can of green beans. Like,
Yeah.
hi.
How do you meet a girl at a grocery store? I mean, not meet a girl, but you know.
She drops the can, you pick it up.
Like, hey, hottie, what's your
And
number?
then- no, and then like here.
Pull the Sharpie out of your
No,
sock,
no,
write
no.
your number on the can of green beans, hand it
No.
to her.
No.
Yeah.
No. So you reach to get the green beans, you accidentally knock them down. You're like, oh, oops. And then there's a girl there. She picks it up, hands it to you, then you kiss her, and then you're married.
Oh man,
And then you're married.
that's a lot.
And
That
then there's nothing she can do.
that is
She's your
sexual
wife.
assault.
Oh.
Kill him. Oh.
No, don't do that.
Rio asks, is it a bad idea to use my coronavirus tracking app to find girls with coronavirus so I can make her love me on the grounds that we have something in common?
Also,
There's been
speaking
3
of
times,
which,
so.
I'm gonna avoid your original question because I think it's very important to address the fact that you guys should all have your coronavirus apps turned off on your phone. They use the Bluetooth. I don't know if you guys have heard about it or not, but
They already do that, though.
they use the
Not even.
they use the Bluetooth to connect to other people's phones, and so it keeps track of all the phones that you came within 6 feet of, and then when one person is marked that they have the coronavirus, it sends out a notification to all of the phones that came within 6 feet of that person, and tells them that they need to go get checked out by a doctor and get tested. If they don't, people can end up showing up to your house and force you to take the test. If you refuse to take the test, then they can remove you from the home if you're endangering other people, or they can force you to self-quarantine. This is coming into the topic where some people
Yeah, that's scary.
have had like children and stuff, and if you're not able to take care of your children, there's been talk about them being able to take the kids from the home and have you self-quarantine.
That's terrifying.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, so please just turn off. Go into settings. I forgot where to find it, but you can find it online. The coronavirus, it came out with the latest iPhone update. It should have come out like
No, you
a
need to
month
get an app for
ago-ish.
it, though.
No, don't get any apps for coronavirus tracking stuff, and turn it off on your phone, because there's now stuff in your settings on your phone. You don't have to get an app, it's already in there. So
That's not true.
turn
You
it
have
off.
to get an app.
no,
Yeah.
because it's on
That's what it said.
it's on my phone. Just turn it off. I don't have an app,
Also,
but it's
that
on my
is a
phone.
good
Just turn it
idea,
off.
though.
It
is. Yeah. It's funny to think about. Made me laugh when I read it.
Oh, are you reading from the top down, or how are you reading?
I'm reading from the bottom up still.
She's
Oh, okay. Okay. Squidtastic Videos asks, are unspoken prayer requests really prayer requests? Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, do they count? Yes. Should we even ask them?
Mm-hmm. There are things that
You don't have to ask them. God knows
Yeah.
what you need prayer for,
Yeah.
whether even you know about it or not.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't discredit it. God's not going to hold out and be like, no, you have to tell me exactly what's going on.
Exactly.
It's like, no.
My gosh, I was just going to quote Ben. Actually, our youth pastor talked about this. Because he was talking about how whether you acknowledge what you need prayer for, or sometimes you just have, like, a feeling and you don't know how to express it, or you know something's wrong but you don't really know what it is, God, like, understands what you need, or, like, what you need prayer for without even saying anything. So he was talking
like,
about God, like, understands, even if you just have that feeling and you're just like, God understands that, and, like, the feeling behind it, and, like, why you're doing it and what you need prayer for. It's always, like, great to, like, ask people for prayer for stuff. Just so then you have more people that can kind of, like, check up on you and ask you about stuff, and you have more people there for you and more people praying for you, but you don't have to tell people, you don't have to know what you need prayer for.
Exactly.
It definitely counts. Don't discredit anything, because it counts for sure. God knows what you need.
Exactly. That's good. I'm gonna ask them.
Go for it.
Slotborg says, what do I do if my future wife wants kids but I don't?
Kids should be a topic that you talk about before you get married, and I think it's a pretty important one. I'm not going to marry someone that doesn't want kids.
Yeah.
Flat out. I'm not going to marry someone that doesn't want kids. Not going to happen. Because I want kids, and it's very important to me for me to have kids.
But
so
the thing is, no, he can just lie to you and be like, yeah, I want kids, and then when you have a kid, you can just kill the kid.
Bruh.
Oh my gosh. But that's the thing, though, is that people actually do that. They like
what? They kill kids?
I think
no,
there's,
but yes,
I
but
think
no,
you can.
they say that they want kids, or they're like, yeah, I'll have kids if you
accidental
want to have
pregnancies
kids.
happens too, so you can't just like, it's not like a total decided thing.
But the thing is that, like, the people that are gonna lie about wanting kids are like, oh yeah, sure, I'll have kids, I guess, if you really want kids. Those people, that's a red flag anyways, because they should really want to actually have kids, because if they're just like, yeah, I'll have kids so that you can have the kids that you want, they're not going to really appreciate those kids.
Yeah, that's not like a super good trait in someone, but also when they do have, like, if you do end up having kids, almost everyone who's like that does end up really loving their kids and, you know, wanting to take care of them. Like,
well, yeah, because they're stuck with them.
Yeah.
But if they could decide not to have kids, they might.
They might. I feel like most people wouldn't.
There's a lot of people that like their kids and they, like,
yeah,
are happy they had kids, but
like almost like tons.
You're
of
always
people.
there's still always
so
going to be lacking that, like,
want kids though.
There's a lot of people that
It
don't.
seems so weird.
Yeah.
There's always going to be, like, that bit inside them that didn't want to have kids for a specific reason or something.
Yeah.
So they will love their kids, and they could enjoy having them and be glad that they had them, but there's still going to be that little, like, bit inside them that doesn't truly enjoy kids.
About it, but it's like,
yeah, but the negatives for me come nowhere close to the positives.
The negatives are
anyway,
like,
I think it's not that I think
bummer,
that
they're
someone,
gonna color on my walls.
If you are in this sort of situation, I feel like the woman is the one who carries the kid for 9 months, gives birth to it, has to feed it, and so.
Is he saying if he wants kids and she doesn't, or if she wants kids and he doesn't?
She wants kids and he doesn't. So, like, just let her have the kid. No, just let her have the kid. But it's not as big of, if you do have kids, at least she's the one who's.
This is gross.
She's the one who wants it, and she's the one who's more responsible, at least in the earlier years when it's more difficult. Like, not more responsible, but it's more tasking for her. And so, you know, if it was the other way around where she doesn't want kids, but the guy wants kids, then, like, you can't just be like, no, we're having kids.
It's just a tough situation because I feel like the
that.
guy's not gonna love the kids the way someone should when they have kids. I feel like people should both want kids. That's something, you know what, if you guys got married and you disagreed on that topic, that's a screw up already. That's where the problem started. Because you should have talked about kids before you got married.
Yeah.
And that's, like, a deciding factor for me.
Agree to disagree, but, like, you can still come to a conclusion. I mean, someone might want kids, but, like, agree to not have kids, or at least not for a while. I feel like people change so much, especially in favor of
Then
kids.
it's like,
Yeah. Whammy asked, should I give her a large print family Bible for her birthday? I mean, I would. Yeah, I need a new
Bibles
Bible.
are expensive, man.
I need a new Bible. I'd be fine with getting a Bible.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know. I'd kind of want to pick it out, though, because I want something that's cool that I can keep for one.
I mean, but a Bible is a Bible, so like.
It's not like I'm going to get rid of it.
Yeah. Like, this isn't
Oh,
size
dang it.
12 font.
This isn't what I wanted.
King James version.
Return it.
Burn it.
King James version. Actually,
You-
I have a King James Bible.
I want to read King
It's actually
James.
pretty cool.
Yeah. Yes, give that to her for her birthday. It's a fine gift. Okay. Rio asks, how long to wait for girl if she's 2.5 and me 30? Do I adopt her or wait till she
2.5 and 30? Is that? Did I hear that correctly?
Yes.
Oh, you
Do I
pedophile!
adopt
Go to
her
jail.
or wait for she 18? P.S. This is arranged.
You pedophile! Go
Okay,
die in
moving
a hole.
on. I'm just gonna I'm gonna read the next question.
Yeah, go for it.
Rio says, if I eat bruises on bananas, am I a psychopath?
No.
I don't want it to go to waste.
I
I don't
want
enjoy
a really bruised banana, but I like the peel to have a little bit of brown on it. But if if
Yeah, if it has a bruise on it,
That's
I don't like
disgusting.
wasting
No,
it
it's
though,
not.
so I
It
just
is.
eat
no,
it.
it's not.
It is disgusting.
No.
It is. It is
No.
very disgusting.
It was disgusting.
It is disgusting.
No.
The only time they're good is when they're like right between that stage of being green and yellow. And
No.
then-
A little bit riper is better.
Did
And
you
that's
just
not
wait?
I
even
don't like
good.
the I don't
No,
like
those
the
are
bitter
disgusting.
aftertaste
And
and
they're not even
texture.
Yeah, it
when
leaves
it's-
that like film on the roof of your mouth. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's perfect when the peel has a little bit of brown on it,
Yeah,
but
and if
the
it has a
banana
bruise-
itself doesn't have brown on it. I won't.
Yeah.
I won't eat the
If it has
actual.
if it has a bruise, I'll eat it because it's like I don't want to like cut it, bother
It's-
cutting it off
it's
and do it. I'll
really
just like
mushy.
take a giant bite and
Yeah.
just like pretend it's not there.
Thank you.
So I wouldn't say you're a
my gosh,
psychopath.
really?
Like it's just whatever.
Yeah. Okay, Whammy asks, when should I ask her to the formal event during which guys sit with their waifus and girlfriends and crushes? Isn't that like all events?
Yeah,
If you go-
really.
If you go with like,
Every single one.
Yeah.
isn't that like
You
all
can
events when you go
yeah.
with like someone that
Yeah,
you like or are married
definitely.
to? You sit with them. If you don't, that's weird.
Hey. Yeah.
Hey, I'm married to you, but I'm gonna go sit over here.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah, you can
Hey,
ask
I'm gonna
her
watch a movie
at
with
any
you,
point
but
in
I'm
your
gonna sit
relationship,
2
even
seats
if you
seats
just
away.
met. There's no harm in asking. Like,
Hey,
You're
Just
like
ask.
holding hands behind
But
the other
just
people
make-
in between you.
like when it comes up, don't ask like months and months in advance. When it's like in a timely manner,
Hey.
based on when it's coming up, just ask. It's okay.
hey, I want to go to church and sit next to me.
Oh boy. The next question.
Actually, I'd probably ask you.
Whammy says, Disney is the peak of evil. If she's a Disney lover, should I immediately friendzone her or nah? Okay, if you
You should
think,
kill her.
You know what? I enjoy
regardless
Disney,
of
but I
whether
don't
Disney
love
is the
Disney.
peak of evil or not, if this girl is into something that you think is the peak of evil, why are you even giving her a second thought?
The Owl House.
I don't know what that is.
Dude,
Oh, it's this new.
it's about this girl.
Shush! I'm speaking.
Yes.
Don't speak unless spoken to.
You go ahead.
It's about this girl
no,
that like goes to the demon world
No,
and then gets
stop.
gets
No!
trained magic
Don't listen to him. I was gonna
by,
tell you.
by this witch, and then
Yeah,
Caleb,
shut up.
friend
She goes
is
to this
called the
demon world,
King.
and
And so like this witch is teaching her how to do sorcery
Yeah, that's.
and rituals,
Oof. Don't watch. Don't be into that.
and
Don't
it's a
be into
kids
that.
show.
she
That's
does
rated G.
rituals to try to get. There's like this the witch that Caleb was talking about, that I was talking about, that Caleb so rudely interrupted me about. She has this like minion, and he's supposedly like a fallen like demon king. And so the whole point of the show is for this teenage girl to learn all these like rituals and spells and help the demon king reclaim his crown. What does that sound like to you?
Oh boy.
Sounds like Lucifer to me.
Yeah. Oh.
And the Antichrist to me.
Boy. Yeah.
Pretty epic.
That's definitely made by Satanists.
Don't watch the Owl House. And if she watches the Owl House, Leave her be.
Yeah.
I watched The Owl House.
Whammy says, when I get married and my waifu... I don't like that.
Wife.
I don't like it. It's gross. When I get married and my wife wants to watch Hallmark movies with me, where should I hide? Oh my gosh, I agree with you. I agree with you. My mom turns on Hallmarks and
Dude,
I cannot.
my
I cannot.
I don't really like
my family
Hallmarks either.
watches Hallmark movies.
I mean,
Oh
I'll
my
watch
gosh,
them
they are the
because I've
same
watched them
exact
with-
story
Yeah,
every
same
single
exact
time.
actors.
You can just look at the cover of
acting.
like a Hallmark movie and you can say what's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's
I mean,
so,
it's
and they're so
sometimes
cheesy.
It's fun when you want something to just be in the background that you
No.
don't really care about.
No, turn on
I-
SpongeBob.
I would prefer a Hallmark movie just because it's so little. Because I don't really enjoy it at all. I'll just have it as
Hallmark
background
movies are
noise.
gross. Also, should I then consider getting rid of the TV so we wouldn't be able to watch Hallmark movies ever again? Actually, if I do that, that also means that we won't be able to play Wii Sports. Oh no. Which is a must because I want to show her that I'm a professional master at boxing. How did I know you were going to say boxing? That's like, why would you pick that game? Out of all the games, why boxing? That's always the one that like doesn't pick up all of your movements and stuff, so then you'll like move your arms super hard. You'll like move your
Epilepsy.
arms super hard. Yeah. And then it'll like it like won't even move, or you'll like be punching a bunch and then it's just like standing there having like seizures. And it's not
the same with Kinect on Xbox 360. It just didn't work very well.
Yeah, Connect is bad.
Because they were always like, dude, Caleb and Ethan, now instead of punching each other in real life, you can punch each other in the game. And we were trying, and it was like, it just doesn't work.
But I agree with you, Whammy, on Hallmarks for sure. They're
Yeah.
trash. They are the scum of the earth.
You should
man.
go.
It's
that's
okay to
okay.
hide.
No.
Whammy says, "Can you rate It's a Wonderful Life on a scale of 1 to 10?" I actually
Haven't
don't
watched it,
remember
never
what.
will.
Never will.
Never will.
I'm not interested in watch. Isn't it black and white?
Yeah.
Not interested.
I know I've seen it at some
You
point,
just
but I
don't
was
like
too
black
young
and
to
white
appreciate
movies.
it.
Don't,
I'll
they're
watch
so
it someday.
boring.
I'll just-
I want
Really?
to slam
I-
my head against a brick wall.
I
I hated the beginning
Don't
of
want-
Wizard of Oz.
Oh, that's funny. I don't watch
like black and
movies
white
unless I watch them with other people. So someday I'm sure I'll watch it with someone. But for now, yeah.
It just
whatever.
sounds so
And
boring, and
so
I've heard so much about it. I don't need to watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is my old question that got missed, but is
Oh.
still relevant. Which one is right for me? Candidate A, nice girl who is tall like me, but is super left wing for some reason.
No.
No. Candidate B, basically the real life version of Mabel from Gravity Falls. I never watched Gravity Falls. I don't think
I
these
don't know.
guys did either. Candidate C, I don't know them that well. They seem nice. Apparently she was homeschooled, yay. But also there's a chance she already has a boyfriend, and also my second cousin likes her too, so it could be
Yeah.
implicated. I don't know.
That one.
No.
Candidate D, I don't know. I only talked to her once. She seems nice though. Out of all of them,
Candidate D.
honestly,
Go D.
I would say
Wait.
C.
B.
But I don't know. I just don't like Gravity Falls. So I don't.
It seems interesting, though. Like, I've only seen
I bet
one
it is, and
episode.
I'd
Isaac,
probably
please
like
don't
it
do
if
it.
I
What if you
watched it.
fell?
But I was
Dude,
never.
Do not fall.
I was never allowed to watch it because
never watched
they're
it.
like monsters and stuff,
Oh.
and so.
Yeah.
And,
I
like-
have no idea anything about it. I don't know. I'll just read the whole screenshot. If I don't want to go to the beach, but she wants to go to the beach, should we go to the beach or go to Dairy
Just go
Queen?
to the beach.
Go to the beach.
Let
Go
him
to
get
Dairy
away.
Queen.
Go to Dairy Queen.
Go to the beach. I love
Yeah,
the
don't go to
beaches.
the beach.
Go beach.
We went to the beach and she murdered my son.
Okay, then no beach. Go to Dairy Queen then, I guess. Okay. He says, I talked to a teen girl who thought that stop motion was stupid. What if my soon-to-be girlfriend thinks that too?
Stab her
Then why is she your
in
girlfriend
the throat.
if she thinks
the shank.
you're...
Hey, guess what, guys? I
You
used to
get
think stop motion was stupid. Look where I am now.
Whoa! Now Whammy says, will she accept me if I'm Mr. Clean, as in I'm a clean freak? Honestly, that's
Mr.
better.
Clean.
Who's gonna be like, ugh, clean? Gross. I'm not gonna...
But
I'm
did you
gonna-
not see that, like, I'm putting air quotes so you guys can't see him, that, like, sexy Mr. Clean, like,
Oh, yeah,
commercial?
that's gross.
the
But he's not.
the Super
He's
Bowl.
not.
That's
yeah.
kind of,
That
it's
was-
kind of funny. It was funny to
I
me.
didn't like it.
I liked it. It was
like,
funny.
You know what's
"Eh."
even more attractive, though?
What?
Someone that doesn't brush their teeth
Ew.
for 4 days
Ew.
at camp.
Ew.
Did you do that?
And doesn't change
Maybe.
their socks. Doesn't even bring a pair of socks.
Caleb! What? Oh,
You
man.
disagreed that
I'm glad
Moving
you didn't
on.
breathe in their face.
Being clean is cool,
Yes, please. Just
No one's
keep
gonna be
up on
like,
cleanliness.
"Ooh, messy.
I also didn't put on any deodorant the whole time.
Gross, Caleb. We don't need
And
to know
he
this.
started running around and playing ultimate frisbee.
We don't need to know this. Okay. Whammy says, will she think it's creepy if I repeatedly read the account of the crucifixion of Christ according to John?
Yeah.
Probably
I mean,
if you
no.
repeatedly read it. That's a little bit creepy.
Like
That's
every day
obsessive.
Or
Yeah.
every hour.
Repeatedly.
So every hour. Yeah. That's weird.
That's a little bit weird. Okay.
This
This question!
Which one is it?
Oh my goodness! The belly button one. Oh, it's.
I didn't even see that. Okay, Rio asked, should I see a doctor if my belly button goes all the way through my torso and whistles when I run around in a crop top?
In a crop top!
In a crop top.
His belly Rio running around in a crop top.
Hold on.
Hole in his torso.
And it whistles. All I can picture is like those tubes that you used to be able to buy at the dollar store that you like fling around in a circle and it goes.
With that.
That echoed so much. Do you
What?
hear that?
Yeah. It sounds like. Who you calling pinhead?
Who you call it then? Oh, okay.
Oh my
That's-
gosh, I love
yeah.
that question. We should leave that pinned. That's a good question.
Yeah.
That should be our like.
Okay. Moving
You're gonna
on
scrape
then, I
your back.
guess.
I am.
Okay. Whammy says, I feel like this is a quote from something because this is not how Whammy
Maybe
talks.
I'll recognize it.
Okay. He says, help! Yesterday I was invited to go to Buffalo Wild Wings, but I didn't go because I didn't want to. Then I said we should eat at the Cracker Barrel instead, and the dude said he'd never been to Cranberry Barrel before in his life. And I was like, bruh, so what do I do to help this mad lad? Also, this isn't dating. Forget that part.
Okay, good.
I'm so confused
I
at
was
this
like, wait,
question.
why is he talking about a dude?
I'm so confused at this
Sorry, but I
question.
don't really care about this question. It was too confusing for me to
Me
care.
too. I'm like, what the heck?
Skip it.
Skip! Okay, should I read the next one or
I
you want to
heard
read
you
it?
twice.
Also pass.
Austin Pass.
Anyways, can I be the best man at Rio's wedding? It's up
It's
to Rio.
Yeah.
Wait,
Next
Ask
question.
Ask this girl
Hey,
that
can
and
I
be
read the
like,
next
girl,
Why?
threaten Rio to make me his best man, and then sure.
Can I read the next question, please?
Alright.
Let's see. Is it wise to date a girl who is a gang member?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
It's probably the smartest thing you can do. Because then you can get free drugs.
Yes.
Free what?
Free
Free
drugs.
Oh, I thought you said free jewels. Oh, like,
I mean that
That's
too.
it.
Yeah, that's it. But, man, free drugs. Totally do it.
Whammy asked, should a guy know how to braid hair for his girl or wife?
yeah!
I actually think yes. That would actually be really cool.
That would be really cool. Okay, and then the thing is, we
That's
can
so
consider
much to
like,
teach me.
the thing is, okay, even
Yeah.
disregarding the practical thing about like braiding her hair for her so her hair can look
I'll
nice.
show you on Elena's hair.
No.
No.
The thing is that if I ever have a dude, oh man, the thing is, there's nothing I love more in this world than people touching my hair and
Me
me
too,
being able to touch other
honestly.
people's hair. It's like,
But anyways,
so
that's
like,
weird to get into that. So
no, it just feels it's so soothing, and so like
it is.
the thing is, yes, learn how to braid hair and like braiding hair, like enjoy doing it. So that like the thing is, I'm gonna force whoever I'm with to like play with my hair, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
make
you don't
them
want
let
them
me play
like
with
tangling
their
it
hair.
and stuff, because then
That's
it's
true.
just.
Okay, but that's why I still learn how to like play with hair. And
I have
How to play with hair.
I have a sad story for you guys. So I think it was my cousin. He was like kind of my cousin, but not really. Like we weren't blood related, but he was my cousin.
How does that
He
work?
like he was basically like adopted into the family because his parents were
Mhm.
trash. But he got married, and the girl she like instantly just like became part of our family, and she's like so amazing, and we're still like friends with her. She lives in California now, but they got married, and he would dye her hair and like do it for her. She got sick, and she was sick for a while, and so she had to like dye her hair to like make it look more healthy, and so he would dye her hair for her and then like braid it and stuff. Oh my gosh, and like straighten it. It was the cutest thing ever. He actually ended up because they went on a trip, and she slipped and fell into a whirlpool, and he jumped in after her and saved her, but then it like sucked him back in and he ended up dying.
Oh no.
That's why it's sad.
That's terrible.
But they were like the cutest couple I've ever seen in my life, and he treated her like a princess, and he was like so nice. But yes, I think it's like amazing when you like can do your wife's hair.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Yeah. Okay. SW asks, is it gay if you sing "I'll make a man out of you" to your girlfriend?
No,
No, it's not gay.
it's not.
It's not gay.
Rio asked, how do I become a TikTok celebrity when I
Oh,
don't
this
have
question.
any feminine aspects that make people want to like my page? You have to be funny. Guys have to be funny.
No.
Girls have to be attractive. That's how you
you
get
know
popular on
those? Do you
TikTok.
remember those duct tape rolls and towel? Ooh.
She goes, and towel. Ooh. What?
Like I was seriously go, what? No, I was kidding because like.
I don't know.
Remember
She
what
was
I was
kidding. You didn't
saying?
see the look on her face. There's something
No!
going on.
Oh my god.
There's something going on here, and I don't know that I
No,
like
remember
it.
what I was telling you about how we put duct tape in a towel and like put it on him, and so he looked like a girl. I mean,
What?
not like a girl, but like he was trying to look like a girl.
Are you saying he gave himself boobs?
Yeah. That's
I
his-
like it how
that's his
guys-
April 1st video.
I like it how guys
I
just
need to watch
instantly,
that.
whenever they
Okay.
start like goofing around, they
It's
just
private,
instantly
though.
resort to giving themselves boobs.
like
Guys
I
at my school used to duct tape like small traffic cones under their shirt. They
Ah!
walk around like pointing like traffic cones.
Oh man, that's like funny, but also like really
It was really
terrible. Like, ooh, like I wouldn't ever want.
Oh, it's
like,
your turn to read the next question.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, but just don't get famous on TikTok. Because
Yeah.
TikTok's dumb. And it's about to get banned anyways, so yeah.
All right. Awesome Pants says, is it weird that my heart is filled with joy when I see a spider, whereas most people react with fear or disgust?
Yes.
It's kind of
But
weird.
the world
but,
needs
like,
people like you, so.
Yeah, there's the balance. I mean, like,
But
I
like
am
you,
really
there
grateful
would
for
be no
spiders. Like,
spider
when I
fans.
look at spiders, I don't like killing them. I like them being around because they're practical and I like what they do. And I feel bad when I kill them.
I
but
don't. They should die. All of them. Burn.
Whenever I see
Oh,
a spider,
no,
like,
I
I always
like
squish
'em.
it.
I want to save them, but the thing is, I am absolutely like I have a phobia of them. Like
I hate
when I see them, something in me is just like get away. Like I start to have a panic attack if I'm close to a spider. But like I appreciate it, but I just can't be near it at all.
Yeah. I don't appreciate them.
Remember when you burped and then apologized?
Yeah.
Why
Oh, my
did you
battery
do
is
that?
running low. We gotta finish this up.
Well, I am assuming that this is the end of the podcast, considering that what you just heard is the very end of the audio track that Lainey sent me. So I'm going to end it here with a hearty, please come back, and thank you.